Everyone's seen death in their dreams, but we still wake up and go to sleep. Everyone's seen death in their dreams, but we still wake up from our sleep. I'll be home soon. You don't gotta fight it alone. You don't gotta fight it alone. You don't gotta fight it alone. Don't be so personal. Take me out of the road. I'm going under. Take me out of the road. I'm going under. Who do you rely on now? I know the worst. I know the worst. Who can you call on now? I know the worst. I know the worst.
Okay guys, just wanted to give you a sort of broader picture of how I'm feeling today, especially it's the day after max testing, so just gonna get straight into it. So today I feel absolutely rubbish, like everything's aching, especially my legs, which is usually a common thing. Like my legs always ache after max testing and my back always does. Chest is alright, the rest of your body's not too bad. But mainly my legs are aching, walking around is not the most fun thing to do right now or today. Like I said, I'm pretty much firing from the hip right now, so if some of the stuff I say doesn't seem to make perfect grammatical sense, it is what it is. Like, I'm firing from the hip. I just thought, let's just get a picture of this moment or record this moment, so if I look back on it, it gives you some more real insight into how I feel, especially during the next day after max testing. Like, to be brutally honest, that was probably one of the hardest max testings I've had, because I literally was like grit your teeth and get through it. And the amounts I was lifting was a lot more than I have previously. I am buzzed to be able to say I've now lifted 170 on a straight bar for 3, because the last time I did 170 as a deadlift, it was on a trap bar, and it was literally a week or so before I did my hip, before my whole 2018 cutting series. It was like a couple months before that when I was getting back from a hip injury. I think I still have that video somewhere. It might be on my Instagram, but I haven't seen 170 for 3 reps since then, and it's quite nice to have hit it again, especially on straight bars. It's generally harder to do on a straight bar than on a trap bar. But talking about the maxes, I'll probably give a proper breakdown later on in this video, but for now, just how I'm thinking today on yesterday. I'm like really happy, like everything went up or stayed the same. A little bit annoyed at myself with that 105 kilogram bench press where I only got 2. I think if I had just gritted my teeth a little bit more or sucked up the pain and sacked up, I probably would have gone, I should have gone for that 3rd rep, and if I'd failed, I'd failed, but I think I might have had 1 left in the tank on that, so that's going to annoy me, but it's better than the last one, so that's the way I've got to look at it. But again, as pretty much everything else went up, and considering my weight also went down, as you've probably seen, it means my relative strength's gone up alongside my absolute strength, which means I've basically gained strength and hopefully retained, if not gained, a little bit of muscle since the last max testing, even though I've been eating at maintenance. And I think that's how I'm feeling today. Just thought I'd give you an update because I intend on doing a little bit more of this, especially when I get into doing my cut in 2020. And I think that's a little better. In terms of my rest, I have been sleeping a lot more since that max testing. Like last night and the night before that, I slept quite well. I have had some sketchy days in terms of sleep previous few weeks, but I think everything was nailed down, and that max testing has just made me even more tired. Like today, energy hasn't been super high, but I think it's all gone into recovering, and because of my max testing, generally afterwards I reward myself with a surplus of calories. And I think yesterday I overshot by like 1,000, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna overshoot and then adjust. So yeah. Anyways guys, if you're enjoying the video so far, can I get you to leave me a like by hitting that thumbs up button, and I'll speak to you a little bit later.
Some work in progress, good things go slow. I'm no saint. I fall and you pick me up again. Got your habits, got them too. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with you. Sinking in, and I guess I kinda like that. For the first time, you really got my back. Got your habits, I got them too. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with you. Lose them with you, lose them with you. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with.
Okay guys, just want to give you a rundown of the week before we end this video, so let's jump into it with weight like we usually do. So this week my weight's been around 82 to 82.5 kilos, and I'm quite happy with that because it's right in that weight level of maintenance, around 82 kilos, with just the small fluctuations for water or carb intake and possibly excess salt intake as well. So moving on from there, my calories have been around 3,300 calories after the actual number on the screen here. But again, I haven't been 100% on point with my calories, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. So moving on from there, My macros have been around 165 grams of protein, 395 grams of carbs, and 140 grams of fats. So again, I'm getting in that minimum of 1.8 grams per kilogram of body weight in terms of protein, and actually going up to 2 grams per kilogram, which is quite alright with me, because it's not so far over that it's becoming, well, less effective to have that amount, and it's not so high that it's not tolerable for the body to have. And because of that, I'd rather have it be a little bit higher than a little bit lower. And moving on to my carbs and my fats, I'm taking in enough to feel satiated, optimize my hormone levels, and have enough energy in terms of energy levels throughout the day. And in moving on to my water, it's been around 3 to 4.5 litres per day, so I'm getting in enough water to feel hydrated throughout the day. So moving on to my nutrition, or my calorie intake through the week, it was a little bit off point because I wasn't really aiming to take in enough to just maintain my body weight. I was taking in enough to optimize my performance, because my goal this week was to hit new maxes, which I did. So after that, I sort of allowed myself to have a treat, shall we say, and take in what I want, and use that as also a way to speed up the recovery from the max testing. So basically this week I was eating more for performance than for maintenance of my weight in my physique. So moving on to the maxes I was talking about, basically everything went up by 0.03 times body weight, which to me is quite good, because I really have to see everything go up, especially as my absolute strength increased, even though I lost some body weight. So my relative strength was meant to go up as long as I maintained, but as I increased my absolute strength as well, I'm even happier. And on the final note on that, I'm happy, a little bit annoyed that I didn't manage to hit that body weight hang clean for a volume PR, but as long as I keep working over the next few months, I should be able to get that. So then moving back onto my water intake, that has been on point throughout the week. I've been making sure to get in at least 3 to 4 litres per day, and sometimes getting up to that 4.5 litres plus any other fluids I take in. So I'm really happy with that. And then moving on from there, I know it's probably too late to say a Merry Christmas, so I would say a belated Merry Christmas to you all, and a Happy New Year, because this should come out before the actual New Year. So for now, I'll say I wish you a belated Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And on that note, I won't be doing much filming during this festive period, because it's more for me right now about creating memories for my friends and family, especially before I go back to doing some uni, and I won't see them for a while. So I think that's one thing. I don't think they'll all appreciate me constantly getting a camera or a video out, or get my phone out and videoing everyone. At points I think it can get a little bit annoying, especially during this festive period, so I won't be doing much filming. However, I might be putting things on my Instagram, so if you're not already, make sure to go follow there, because you might see some stuff that you haven't, or you won't be able to see throughout this week, because I might put some stuff on there. So I'll put a link, or I'll put a link in the description, and I'll also put it on the screen somewhere, which will be my Instagram handle, so you can then go and follow there, so you can see what I get up to. Especially when I'm not filming YouTube videos, it's helpful, but even when I am, you probably find some extra content on there if you want to see more. So again, I'll put a link in the description and put it on the screen somewhere, so you can go follow on Instagram if you're not already. And finally, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone, especially everyone who supported me out throughout the year, especially during that period where I was bulking, especially where I didn't really like looking at myself on my physique and thought I looked terrible, and didn't really like how I was performing in my cardio. But I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate the support I got throughout that whole period. So again, a massive thank you for that, and I can't wait to start cutting down in the new year and producing content that might help people that want to do that as well. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, can I get you to leave me a like by hitting that thumbs up button, sharing this with your friends and family if you think it'll either be entertaining to watch or inspiring or give them some information they can use to motivate them to their new goals, give them an idea of how to reach it, or just give them the motivation to hit goals they've already set before the year closes out. And subscribe if you're not already, so you never miss another video, as long as you ring that notification bell. And most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.